Hi, this is Carl with another SOP video for managed service providers, and today we're going to talk about what's in a name, what's in your name, what's in the name of your business. Many years ago, I was in a sales training and a guy from Microsoft came down and they're going to do this big thing. So they had 20 technical companies in the room. And he said, all right, so we're going to go around here and I want to write down your name and your company. What he didn't realize, and it seems strange that he would do this in city after city and not understand what's going on, but people would put down their name and they would say, okay, it's Bob Johnson, and then the company is Zyber Goober Tech, and Tech is T-E-K and Cyber is with an S, and everything is spelled wrong. And so he would write on the board and try to get their name right, and it took an average of 3 or 4 minutes per person for most of the people in the room to tell him what the name of their company was. And all I can think of is, wow, this is amazing. Our entire industry is built on companies with really horrible names that sound cool, but you can't say them to a client. One of the reasons I give out my address as greatlittlebook.com when I'm giving out an email, especially over the phone, is because small biz thoughts, people don't know how to pronounce it, they don't know how to spell it. Is biz B-I-Z or B-U-S, or right? And that is the tip of the iceberg. So think about when you name your business, naming it something that people will understand. The first consideration in naming your business is whether you're going to be a sole proprietor or a sole trader versus a corporation, an LTD, an LLC, whatever else it might be. In the United States anyway, we say that it's Karl Palachuk, DBA, doing business as a company. Or in the case of a corporation that's doing the business as a different corporation, it might be Great Little Book Publishing Company Incorporated, doing business as Small Biz Thoughts. The only time you have to really worry about the official name of your company is on your tax returns and on government forms, that sort of thing. Most of the time, if you've filed all the paperwork correctly, then your DBA, your doing business as, is perfectly appropriate. People can write checks at that. You can open up a bank account with that, and it's all good. So the main thing you have to worry about when you're naming your business is that it should sound professional. It should sound like somebody who is worth $150 an hour so that your clients don't have any qualms about giving you that money. I have to say, some of the least qualified technicians I've ever met in my life were wizards and gurus who put that on their business cards. And I'm sorry to offend anybody who's a wizard or a guru, but the single worst technician that I have ever come across in my life had wizard on his business card. In fact, he had a wizard's hat in his office and made a big deal about that. I think better names are things like associates or professionals or resources or consultants. Those are things where people say, what do you do? When I changed the name of my business from KP Enterprises as a sole proprietor to KP Enterprises Business Consulting Incorporated, several clients keyed in on the business piece of it and actually asked me about business advice. They said, I mean, suddenly they knew me, they liked me and everything, and they'd known me for years. Now suddenly they were asking me advice about business because I was Business Consulting Incorporated. So it's amazing the power of words, and you should choose them very carefully. Just make sure that when you name your business, you don't choose something that sounds really cool at the time, but doesn't really add to your professional image. Final note, domain names. Do you choose the business name first or the domain name first? And this has become quite an important thing in the 21st century. Many people don't even name their products until they know that they have a domain name available. Make sure if you're searching for a domain name that you don't just do what your clients do and go to that domain and see, oh, there's nothing there, so it must be available. Use a Whois database from GoDaddy or Network Solutions or whoever. But just remember, once you search for that, they're going to sell those search results, and at the end of the day, somebody might buy that domain because they know somebody was searching on it. So when you find the domain you want, sit down and go ahead and buy it. Cost you 10 bucks, whatever, and that way you've got the domain that matches your business name. The only other consideration that I would add is that if you don't like the name of your company, or if you say, well, I wouldn't choose that today, That's perfectly fine. You can change the name of your company. I know someone who has changed the name of his company several times over the years and has no effect whatsoever on his success. In my own case, I started out as just me, and then I went to KP Enterprises, and then to KP Enterprises Business Consulting Incorporated, and then that company became America's Tech Support, and then that got sold, and so I started a new company, and it's called Small Biz Thoughts. I have a client who's been with me since 1999 through all of those changes, and they don't care what I call my company because they're doing business with me. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I wish you all the luck in your managed service business.